this comes to the title of the presentation. 20 computers you will own in the next 5 years. If you go on Google and type 20 computers, this comes up first. So it's this idea that let's start thinking through where you are. So walk through your house or your apartment. And as you walk in, go room to room. Think about what you do on vacation. Think about what you do at school. How are you going to use technology minute by minute? You know, assuming that this big level of information's there and you've got this multi-threaded communication going on, it's going to be everywhere and anywhere. And I don't think there's any futurist or anyone that actually would suggest any different. We know that it's going to be embedded in every wall. We know that everything that gets electricity today, either a battery or plugged into your wall, will become Wi-Fi enabled. Now the question is, start thinking through that. What value can it bring? Can it be added as a sensor to do something for you? Or can it become smart socially and save you a couple of steps by alerting your social network or updating something? All these devices, and just think for a moment as you walk through where you live, how many devices you've bought over the years, and how many you have plugged into the wall, how many you have running on battery. And if you're a gadget guy like me, that's a lot. Now think if those were connected to Facebook. Would you get any value from that? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe if they're connected to the internet somehow. Maybe they're doing something automatic for you. So let's just poke into that for a minute. I'm going to introduce the must-have devices for 2016. This is your Best Buy Christmas catalog 5 years from now. So, here are 20 devices. And I actually made a kind of a comment in the blog, in the article that I wrote, is that it's not going to be 20 computers that you'll own in 5 years. It's actually going to be 100. I just didn't have the space to put 80 more devices. The fact of the matter is, again, think about everything that gets electricity today. So your clock radio is absolutely a given. I think it'll be, I think Apple's thinking about it right now. I think others are thinking about it. It's the perfect device to give you a customized wake-up call. Your weather, your traffic, your school schedule, your family birthdays, your news that you care about, your filtered friend status updates if they're important. It will be a 5-minute wake-up call that'll be 100% dedicated to you. It's coming. It absolutely makes sense. Smart GPS. Today's GPSs are okay, but the fact of the matter is GPSs will become two-way devices. They will upload privately everyone's information. So no longer will you listen to the radio to get a traffic report. It knows every single car, the speed they're going, when they're sitting at a red light. So just think from a green point of view. It will navigate you a way to avoid red lights. It knows how many cars are parked at that red light. So it will meter your miles per hour. So if you do 32 up until the next light, you won't have to stop. You won't have to touch your brake pedal. If you do 34, you have to touch your brake pedal. If you do 50, you have to come to a complete stop. So what if your car dash gives you that? So you need to drive 10 miles. It will drive you there without stopping because everyone's devices is giving real-time information. There's an accident a mile ahead of you that just happened 2 minutes ago. You are already alerted and can avoid the accident in real time as opposed to listen half an hour later on the radio for that to update. Smart fridge is a given. I won't go through every one. I talked about the fish finder. The car radio is key. And that's another one like the clock radio that's coming. This will be the end of texting and driving. This will be the end of voice and driving. It will convert whatever endpoint the other person's at, whatever device they're using, whatever tool they're using. It will deliver information to you in the right way. Whether you're stopped, whether you're going, how you've decided to receive information, or maybe that if there's it's linked to your GPS. If it knows there's something coming up like traffic slowing down, it will pause that information so you can concentrate on the road. Then when things are okay again, it'll start giving you information. Talked about the slate like the iPad, growing in importance. Smart musical instruments. Anyone play musical instruments? How about instruments that train you? You know, a guitar, a keyboard, that are linked to Pandora, they're linked to YouTube, they're linked to iTunes. It trains you to play the musical instrument. It has all the latest, you like the latest song that just came out by Kesha. It's got it. You can learn that song because it's, you know, smart, it's connected. Smart remote controls, smart furniture. We know that every room is going to have devices, touch screens, slates. They're going to be built into coffee tables, they're going to be built into the wall, they're going to be built into everything. Smart camera, smart TV. I'll talk about smart exercise in a minute. Your smartphone will get a lot smarter in terms of what it's capable of doing as it links to these other devices. One I like talking about is smart people. So the way I brand it is the smart elderly. You know, I've fallen and I can't get up. You know, that gets a little bit smarter when that's Wi-Fi enabled. You can monitor different, you know, this becomes Star Trek. You can monitor heart rate. You can monitor different things. And you can monitor location. You can monitor if there's a sudden fall. You can monitor everything. And that's a little bit better of a device to hang around the neck than just a one-way pager, right? And it doesn't add any cost. It may add 5 or 10 cents in cost to do that. Smart kids. Start weaving in technology into your children's shoes, into their jacket. You know, you could argue privacy, but you know, the moment your child goes missing in the mall or something like that, and you bring out your smartphone, and the map, you know, zeroes right in, and you know that they're, you know, hiding behind the clothes aisle. You know, I get past privacy pretty quick. So if they didn't come home from school on time, you know, it's one of these things that you can kind of manage in terms of where they are. Smart pets, same type of idea. You know, your pet runs away. You know, you kind of know where your pet's running and what street they're taking a right on, and you can decide when you go get your pet, or just let them run for a while. Does anyone own a treadmill? Has it become a clothes hanger or pushed in a? The reason that we don't exercise at home is there's not the peer pressure. What they say that works is when you join a gym with a friend, you peer pressure each other to go. So what if your treadmill becomes smart? So now, before you go on a run, you can go on Facebook or whatever social media tool and challenge your friends to a run. But now, because this is hooked up to Google Earth, you don't have to run around the block. You can challenge them to a run through Rome or Egypt, not now. You can challenge them through a run through South Africa. You can run on the Antarctica. Every continent. You can run anywhere in the world. The treadmill automatically inclines and declines. You can see, you know, the Rome Colosseum as you run by. It's all there. And it tracks your heart rate, it tracks everything else. But the greatest part of it is the social aspect. Because when you're done, you can go and trash talk your friends. Haha, run around the Colosseum in 12 minutes. And when they go and do the run, they don't have to do it at the same time. They can do it a week later. And they see it almost like a Nintendo Wii. They see you as an avatar. So at the last second, they can run by you. And the first thing they're going to want to do is, ha-ha, you know, I ran past you. I did it in 11 minutes and 55 seconds. But exercise becomes social. Your experience while exercising becomes real, or virtually real. And this will be a product. By the way, you're already paying $800 for an OK treadmill. Would you pay $850? That lifts it to that next level. And you, by the way, you can get your email and you can get, you know, manage your, you know, everything else. It's a computer. So would you pay, you know, an extra $50 or an extra $10? Yeah, probably. If you're already paying that much money, it makes sense.